Been at it since 5 this morning. Up early today, shifting all the manure and slurry over from here to the BGA. But sometimes, you know, when you just you've got so much to do, it's nice just to take a few minutes, just chill out, come and talk to my black and white bank balance over here. But yeah, we've got a lot to do today. Planting season for the beans and the corn is just around the corner, so the plan is we need to get the whopping field over there injected with a bit of anhydrous, bring the soil nutrition up to a decent level, ready for the corn. And over on this side, obviously I don't need to do that for the beans, but I do need to run the TB60 in the soil, just to turn it over and get it ready for the planting machine. Now I have just had a phone call as well, very exciting phone call, it's about time as well. Something big, red and shiny is almost just around the corner. Quite literally, in fact, I think I can just see it in the distance, thinking about it. It's on its way. Very excited. But we have had a delivery of a few more bits of equipment in these last few days. The second harvester is here. The Patriot as well. The Patriot harvester has been fitted out with its bigger hopper. So it's now looking something of a twin in the shed here. But it's not a brand new harvester. It's a second-hand one. I was thinking about getting a brand new one, but this one came up for sale and I couldn't turn it down. So it's pretty much the same thing as we already have 9250 without the Patriot decals, but it's got the big capacity just like this one, and it's obviously got the twin wheels as well. So yeah, that's going to be ready for the big harvest next year. Very much looking forward to that. Now, the feed mixer over here, that is now surplus to requirements, obviously, because we've got the big factory one down there. So this is going to be going off on the truck. It's still worth it. They've offered me about 80 grand for it, so I'm not going to turn that down. So yeah, what else is new? A couple of trailers. I got rid of the Roland tipper trailer because of the cow barns. The tipper trailer, obviously, that tips. It goes way up high into the air. The new cow barn has been built. That's ready. I'll show you that as well shortly, but I can't use a tipper trailer in there. The feeding point for them is within the building, and the tipper trailer smashes into the rafters. So I've bought a pair of these. These came up for sale as well. Really nice Kaweco, kind of like conveyor trailers, I think you can call them. They don't tip up. They push out from the back and they feed things out. Here it is. Here we are. Look at this. Case have sent their shiniest red truck. There we go. Look at that. My word, I'm excited. Very excited. Right. So yeah, got two of those. Same colour scheme as well, black and white. Just because they came as a pair. Got them for a decent amount of money. Now we do also have, I did pick up for an absolute steal. I got myself another Magnum on a big set of floater tyres. I couldn't resist. It was an absolute bargain. It's got a good few hours on it. So yeah, pick that up as well, with the concept of trying to consider employing someone in the near future. Figured another tractor was always going to come in handy, especially because the Optum doesn't really have... It does work, it does manage it, but with a full trailer of slurry, it does struggle a bit under the power, so... under the weight, sorry. So we've got this new one to add to the fleet, the 400. But anyway, never mind all of that. Let's go check the new toy out. I mean, really, look at it. What a thing. Cost a pretty penny, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be worth it, every single penny. So I've kitted it out with the Continental's 36-inch wide tracks. That should help this behemoth spread its mass quite nicely over the soil. It weighs, with the 2,200 pound weights on the front, this thing weighs 31.6 tons, which is just massive, isn't it? 778 horsepower, so it's got more than enough power. And I have gone to town specking it out. It's got pretty much everything. We've got the precision planting monitors, the field view monitors. It's even got carpet. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So anyway, let's get this thing unloaded, and what we need to get the feed mixer loaded back on as well, but we'll jump in the Optum for that. We'll get that one sorted. Where is the Optum actually? Oh, it's in there. I might have to use the Magnum and find whatever's easiest to get at anyway. So here we are. Good lord, it's quiet. I've just turned that on. I mean, wow. Kudos to the sound deadening. That's incredible. Do you know what? We'd be able to hear it if it wasn't for those damn aeroplanes. But wow. That just shows you the quality of the construction of the cab. That's mega. Anyway, right. Sorry. What a place to be. This is gorgeous. Anyway, right. Come on. Let's get this thing off. Slowly does it. Take your time here. Well, now we can hear it. Welcome to your bigger brother. Bigger and vastly more expensive brother. Oh man. What moves. Goodness me, the throttle response is incredible. Woof. That's a fast bit of kit. Oh, now we can hear it. Yes, 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 and more yes. Well, it's not going to be shiny for much longer anyway, because we need to put you straight to work. We are going to be... I need to top up the anhydrous tank, make sure that's completely full, because I have no idea exactly the... obviously the acreage of field that we've got over there to get worked in. I need to make sure that the tank is completely full. I've got no idea whether that's going to be enough or not. So, but yeah, we're going to be putting you to the test. So we'll leave you running, let you warm up. Let's jump in the tractor now and load up the feed mixture and get that gone, and then we can crack on and get to work. Right, there we go. It was a bit of a faff getting that thing loaded on, if I'm honest. The hitch kept on catching on the back of the trailer, but we got it on. It's there, it's done. So let's get this driver on his way, and then we'll get the 715, the new 715. We'll get that hooked up to the TB60 and get cracking on in what will be the cornfield. Right, we'll just tuck you away in the shed here for now. Out of the way. Go. That will do just fine. Can't wait to get this to the field. I really can't. Right, so... Hello. What's that one do? Oh my word! Got an electronic bonnet. Or hood, sorry. Oh yes, get in. Look at the size of that motor. Very shiny, but not for long. Wow, I'm impressed with that. An electronic bonnet hood. Whatever you want to call it. That's mega. Oh, it's the little things, isn't it? Anyway. Let's go get you dirty and get you earning your keep, eh? So, let's line this up. I tell you what, though, in comparison to the other Steiger, with the 12 wheels and as wide as that is, this is so much easier to manoeuvre around, obviously with it being so much narrower than the other one. And considering the width and the weight of it, the width of the tracks even, it feels very nimble. Right, it's got you connected up. What a convoy though, look at that. Brand new 715, obviously in case red. Brand new TB60, painted in case red. Yes, please. Right. Let's top up this anhydrous tank. Get into the field. Take it nice and easy down here, because the TB60 is quite a wide one, but just makes it. Goodness me. Not done myself any favours, have I, building these fences quite close to the path, but it fits. Just. As does that big harvester, actually, with the twin wheels. That just fits between these fences as well. But, hey ho, we made it. Almost. There we go, look at that. Right. Let's get this big field sorted, shall we? So, got this thing unfolded for the first time. Does look amazing. Now, it's brand new, obviously. I'm sure everything's going to be working fine, but I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't just give it a quick once over, just check everything is connected where it needs to be, all the hoses beam fine. Obviously the discs are all brand new on here, there's nothing wobbly or missing or any of that, so all good. Let's just check the connections again on the tank. Yeah, all good, right. Okay. Let's get to work.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Play on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. As the sun goes down. No, it doesn't even matter to me where I go, just feel I need to take a ride. I don't know when I'll get back, keep on going and relax tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. I'm not heading for the stars, driving down this boulevard tonight. Yeah, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Well, if that's not a good way to break in a brand new engine, I don't know what is. Just over 4.5 hours. Sat at, what, anywhere from 15 to 1900 revs. Job's a good one. This thing is an absolute weapon. It has performed admirably, as I absolutely expected. Hasn't missed a beat. And considering we are dragging behind us just shy of 34 tonnes worth of equipment, it's incredible. It really is. Oh, veering off to the left there a bit. Missed a bit there. Oh no. Still okay. Can't talk and drive in a straight line. No, we're alright. Haven't missed anything. So, that's us finished in the field here. Now I have used more than a tank. I suppose that's where... Oh, goodness me. There we go. I'm missing a bit there now, aren't I? Let's just be careful reversing this thing. There we go. Just grab that last bit. Can't have a strip of sin, can we? Right. Job jobbed. Let's turn that off. Where are we? There we go. Folds you up, thank you very much. Very impressed. Oh, missed a tiny, tiny little bit. Can't have that. Get that back in a second. But yeah, so I have used more than a tank. I suppose that's how I know this is a massive field. I don't think I've ever encountered a field where I've used more than a tank's worth of the anhydrous, but first time for everything. But what a job. And much like the TB37, it has left a beautiful seed texture down. So I'm extremely keen to get the planter in here and get the corn going beginning of next month. But yeah, what a job, what a machine, what a tractor. Absolute beast. Right, anyway, so I'm going to crack on with the field work anyway. I've still got the other big field to do over the side of the road. I'm going to grab myself some lunch first as well. But what I'm going to do, I think I've mentioned before, I was going to run the TB60 on its own without the tank. But I'm not, I've changed my mind. I'm going to run the speed tiller. It's a bit narrower, but it does allow me to run at a faster speed. Hence the name speed tiller, I guess, eh? So, yeah, let's get ourselves back to the farm. I'm going to grab myself a bite to eat, like I say. Crack on. I'd imagine it is going to take me another good few hours, but I couldn't imagine a better place to spend the afternoon. 4.5 hours so far in this thing. In this field. And potentially, I'm going to say maybe 3.5 hours, give or take a bit, I think, in the other field. Anyway, let's get back over there. And another massively impressive feature, or fact, or whatever you want to call it, of this tractor. Considering what we are in here, the convoy that we have, including the tractor, stands at just under 65 tonnes. It's incredible, it really is. And it's used 285 litres of fuel in that 4.5 hours, which is very economical. Now, while we're here, I may as well show you this new place as well, hadn't I? My football stadium-sized cow stall. Let's turn that off for now. But yeah, very impressed at how economical this thing is. Like I say, considering the mass is... In fact, forgive me, no, it's 65.4 tonnes. That's what this whole thing weighs as a convoy. So to use 285 litres of fuel in that massive field across 4.5 hours, I think is very, very economical. So I'm really impressed with that. But check this out. Oh, the delivery driver's there. That'll be my last 30 cows delivered. So at the minute, we've got 180 head of cattle in here. They've all been topped up. They've got a good bedding of straw down. I did have to buy in a whole load more bales, but that's all sorted. Topped up with TMR. Thanks to our machine over there. We've got a huge amount of that to fall back on, so that's excellent. But yeah, what a place. That's where we get our slurry from. Slurry tanks under the ground there. So it's all good. Can I squeeze in here? Should be able to just squeeze in here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, morning ladies. How are we? So, I've also got myself a bit of a conveyor belt thing here, because this is where the manure sits. So to save me having to come back into with the telehandler and the bucket and faff around like that, I've got myself this belt system, and essentially I can just drive underneath this now with the trailer. Click a button and it'll just fire it up and into my trailer, so it's a pretty ergonomic and simple and relatively stress-free system to use there. So looking forward to getting that thing up and running. Happy in there? Yeah. Just don't poo on the conveyor belt, please. But yeah, you see what I mean about the rafters though, and the necessity to get rid of the tipper trailer. The Roland would have smashed into those rafters because it was a pretty big thing. So hence the need for those. I think I kind of call them pusher trailers. They kind of shove everything out the back instead of tipping up into the air. But yeah, quite an investment for this place, I must admit. But hopefully, over time, it's going to pay off massively. Look at the size of it, though. It's absolutely enormous. It really... I mean, look at this. There's a full 40-foot articulated truck there. It just looks tiny. It really does. Awesome, though, eh? Right, anyway. Enough gawping. I spent all day doing that, whether it's at tractors or at sheds. Let's get back to the farm. So I'm going to grab myself some lunch. I'm going to disconnect this. Now I know obviously the toolbar and the tank need a real good clean off, as does this thing for that matter. It's not clean and shiny anymore, is it? But we'll get that done a bit later on. I'm going to throw a bit of food in my face, hook up the speed tiller, and get what will be the soybean field ran over with that. Still can't get over how quiet it is in here, considering I'm sat on top of an almost 800 horsepower engine. There we go. Speed tiller attached, one tool off, one tool on and all that. So let's just pull this out of here. I'm going to go and very quickly go and throw some food in my face and get right back at it. Right, not far to go to get this one started. So, let's get you unfolded. Now, I am imagining this is going to take around about the same kind of time, I think. Yes, it runs faster, but it is narrower. The other one was just over 18 metres in width. This thing's just over 12, so I am imagining that it is going to take a good chunk of time. Let's line this up nicely there. Excellent. Right. Here we go again.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you, I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you, I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you.
What a day, honestly, and what a machine. So, Steiger situation report, we have clocked up in its first day on the farm just under 9 engine hours. It's worked really hard. It has used 669 litres of fuel in all today, so that's pretty economical. I haven't got my full in-depth mathematics in front of me based on the other Steiger, but that is definitely used, considering what work we've done in the fields that we've worked in. It has used fair chunk less fuel than what I'd be used to seeing, so very happy with this. I know I've said it before, forgive me for repeating it, but yeah, what can I say? After investing the amount of money I've invested in this thing, you'd expect me to be happy, wouldn't you? Right, anyway, I think the best thing to do now that we really have broken this engine in, or on its way to doing that anyway, I need to let it cool down before I check the oil levels. I'm going to give it a quick wash off right now and bring it back to looking as splendid as it was looking this morning. So I'll crack on with this. I'm going to park it up in the workshop, leave it there for an hour or so, as I say, let the engine cool down, let the oil trickle down to the bottom, and then we'll give it a quick once over. Right, I think we've given it enough time to cool off. Let the oil run down to the oil pan at the bottom of the engine so we can get a decent oil reading, but look at that though. Acres and acres of nothing but perfectly cultivated arable land. I cannot wait to get the seed into the ground next month. Now that literally starts tomorrow. It's the last day of March today. 1st of April tomorrow. So it's all about the beans and the corn. Thinking about it, I think I'm going to start with the cornfield over there. Get that one done first. But yeah, let's go give the 715 a once over. Yeah, oil level's good. Hasn't lost a drop. It's all good. And I did give the engine a quick clean as well when I had the jet washer out before, so it is back to looking absolutely beautiful as it was when it arrived here this morning. I think it's going to stay in here. Pride of place in the workshop for now. But yeah, your next job's going to be dragging that planter behind you, mate, for many, many more hours. So, next stop, cornfield.